Willkommen zum Sustainable House Day. I'm Wendy.
Welcome to Sustainable House Day 2020. I'm Dennis. We are here at the White Gum Valley Sustainable Village, where we built our house built to German passive standards. Let's go inside and have a look.
I started studying environmental science and sustainable development in 2013 at Murdoch University, and that's, I guess, where I really started to be interested in, holistic approaches and, also sustainable building as well. And then Dennis, my partner, started to work for a construction company, which did exactly that.
Over the course of my work, I went to experience first prefabricated construction, and then I took it further with my current employer to a full German passive system, where we build timber-framed homes and they are built to German passive standards. It was a bit challenging due to the cottage block size, but after speaking to a designer and showing him our concept, we quickly capitalized on a good design with a lot of light, a lot of north-facing windows, and a very kind of practical and well laid out home designs. The northern aspects utilized quite well. We have lots of windows and openings for cross-flow ventilation and for bringing natural light into the house, and we bring the solar gain into the house in winter and keep it away in summer with a standard eaves layout and the appropriate shadings. So we get a lot of light into the living dining rooms, and also by introducing another sliding door on the south, we have a really good cross-flow ventilation in our main living areas. Obviously, being part of a residential builder, iSMART building group, it was an easy decision for me to build the house to German passive standards, which is what iSMART does. And that's where my boss Brian helped me out quite a lot, and I would like to introduce him.
And you've done a fantastic job. It looks incredible.
Thank you.
The choices all throughout the process with your sustainable insulation and the claddings, recyclable products that you used in the place, and all your planting and everything you've done outside here. This is one of the most sustainable houses we've got in WA at the moment. Obviously, it's built to passive standards. We've got an airtightness result here of 1.6?
1.53.
Yeah, 1.53. Incredible result. So your airtightness means it's really sustainable. It's extremely efficient in energy use. So can you tell us a bit about that? So you've been here a year now. How have you been energy efficiency wise?
We do have a 4.95 kilowatt solar system on the roof, but with our obviously highly insulated house envelope and an R6 insulation in the ceilings, airtightness construction, we now have a total tally of just under $300 for the first 10 months of our electricity bills. It's about probably only 20% of what we used to use in our old homes we lived in WA.
And you mentioned insulation. You've got R6 in the ceilings, and if I recall, we've got an R3 on the southern and western walls?
Yes, so southern, eastern, western walls is an R3.5. Actually, it's an R4.5.
Okay.
We doubled up the insulation, and we have a total R value of 5.8 on the northern side.
So when we talk about sound transfer, how is that doing? Because you guys have been here.
Really well.
Really?
Yeah,
that's good to hear.
Very
That's
happy,
good.
very happy. So, for example, our neighbors are having band practice every Tuesday nights.
Oh, okay.
And they're really loud. So when you stand outside, you can hear them super loudly, but inside you can't really hear them. So
Yeah.
that's an example that's been really incredible. That's been
Good.
really, really good.
Massaging the budget to where it want to be, and one of those big decisions was the external claddings. So I love what you've done. It looks incredible. Can you tell me how you got to where you came to? Because the research must have been incredible.
We found a material which is an 80% recycled PVC cladding, which uses predominantly old recycled plastic, mixes wood fibers into it, and then it gets pressed into a certain panel system. And it was a trial for the company, and it worked really well. It was cost effective. It is a recycled sustainable product, and for us it does everything we wanted with the look. Our feature is a Kimberley sandstone, which we introduced to the portico as well as to the large wall in the alfresco. And yeah, for us that was a perfect solution, because we use natural products and we use sustainable products and recycled products, and that's what it's all about.
Thermally broken window frames, and then we've got I think it's Viridian and light bridge grey low E glass, double-glazed units.
Yeah.
So how's the performance on them?
Yeah, it's fantastic. The internal temperature on the frame is kind of always the same and goes probably maximum to 30 degrees. The glass does get quite warm, but still nowhere near as much as a single glazed pane. I think if we had the split systems on more than 25 hours in the first year, it would have been a lot. So we're really happy. So
we've been very comfortable in summer and also in winter so far. We haven't had that experience that we had before in other houses where we were really hot all the time or really cold.
Okay.
You know, in winter.
Done that, and you've been living here, close to a year, if not more. How's the zones in particular working out for hot and cold and for temperature differences? Are we maintaining ambient temperature throughout, or?
Yeah, I think overall, on an average, it's super comfortable. Generally, the temperatures really only fluctuate between 18 and 24 degrees for most of the year. Last year in summer, when we had the scorching temperatures going up to 42, 41, we did go up to 27, 28 degrees in the house, which still felt a lot better than the 42 outside. And it only took us maybe 45 minutes an hour to get the temperatures down to 24 degrees.
When it comes to the landscaping and gardening and everything, and it looks incredible. You guys are doing a fantastic job.
Thanks.
There's some beautiful trees and plants out there, and you've got a magnificent cattery here, which is the opposite of the courtyard. The courtyard is a fantastic entertaining area for you guys and your friends. But you also, I know you love your pets, but you've done a fantastic job with the cattery on the southern side. It
made sense just to use it for either a little veggie garden or a cattery, or for the dog and the cat, for the pets to get out during the day when we're not home.
So your rainwater harvesting, you've got a large tank down the back here, and if I recall, when we did your rainwater harvesting, we did a dual purpose. So we allowed it to run into the hot water heat pump. It's
basically dual plumbing throughout. We don't have it yet to the sink and the basins due to the UV filter needed. But we can introduce that if we want to.
You've got your rainwater harvesting feeding the toilets and the laundry, and you've also got it feeding your hot water system.
Yes. With the solar system, we upgraded from a 3.5 to a 4.95, which was the max we kind of fitted onto the roof area. It produces 6 times the amount we use in the house, so it's really good.
On your external, you've I didn't see what irrigation you had out there, but you seem to have a lot of native plants and some trees and some grass out there. Yeah,
so we kept it a little bit native as well as succulents.
Okay.
So low water usage for the plants. We did a DIY retic system.
2 questions actually. The first one would be you've been here for a year, whether or not you're happy with the house, and the second thing would be what's your outgoings. So if you're a full electric house, I would assume that your only outgoings are your electrical bill.
Yeah, so only electrical and water.
Okay.
So we do not have any gas externally or internally. So no gas was run to the property, but we're cooking and heating and showering electric with our. We have a heat pump, hot water unit, an induction cooktop. We have another kitchenette upstairs, and we have just the usual appliances like ovens and microwaves. And outgoings with the last bill expected to be the same like the previous one would be around $380 per annum. The solar system usually produces 30 to 32 kilowatts per day in summer, and it drops that in winter to probably an average of 18 to 20 due to overcast and not as many hours in the day with the sun.
Well, thank you very much for having me today.
Yeah, no worries.
I really appreciate the opportunity to come down and say hello.
All right, thank you so much for joining us and for coming down and having a look at our sustainable house, and all the best with Sustainable House Day 2020.
Bye-bye.